Good afternoon, everybody. It is July 17th, and I think we're overdue for a garden update at this point. We're in this is going to be quick. We're in kind of the season of the year where the main growing season is over, and we're starting to look forward to the harvest in the fall, and then eventually the winter. So a lot of the big new additions have stopped, and stuff has started coming out. As you can tell, blueberry bush is still looking a little sad. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. Lemon tree has been growing quite well. Very, very happy. Our Beauregard sweet potatoes have been multiplying like crazy, and I'm thinking we're probably a couple of months away from harvesting some sweet potatoes, maybe 2.5 months away, but definitely things are cooking over here. The cherry tomato plant it's really a Godzilla plant. It's out of control, and it's actually eaten several other plants. There were some basil and cilantro kind of in that gap back there that I took out just simply because they were being crushed by the cherry tomato plant. But clearly next year I need to do a better job of trellising. This not only went over its a regular cage, then spilled over the cage, then spilled onto the ground, and is now trellising up the chain link fence back here. So this plant just doesn't know when to quit. I need to harvest more of these tomatoes because we've already had some of the tomatoes go bad. Some of them may be getting eaten by birds or something, and that's fine, but I need to make sure they're not wasted. So anyways, if anybody wants cherry tomatoes, just kind of show up here and beg. I may just send you back here to the garden and say, take as many as you want. So there's that. And it's not just these red overripe ones there. We got little baby green ones all over the place. We're going to be having cherry tomatoes here for a while. Romas, on the other hand, they tend to all come at the same time, more or less, although we do have a few blossoms here. That's the neighbor dog. Let's take a look at the neighbor dog. He likes to say hello. Anyways, the Romas have been producing and are probably going to start slowing down, although it looks like they might keep. We've had a whole batch that I've already harvested and turned into spaghetti sauce. But there's more back here that I need to get that are already blushing. So might as well just get those right now. We've got the Rutgers plant that kind of spilled over its cage too, not nearly as badly as the other cherry tomato plant did. But yeah, we start to remember our fall in here. The peas taken out, the zucchinis, those got vine borers in them, so I took those out. But yeah, a lot of the cilantro plants I've taken out as soon as the seeds turn brown. I left a few where the seeds are still a little green, but there's a lot of empty space. The broccoli plants gone. I took those out because they were really starting to slow down, and I felt they were just taking up space that I could use elsewhere. Bean plants over here, about half my bean plants gone because they weren't putting up any new green beans. My peppers, on the other hand, are really starting to produce. I need to start pulling fruit off of them. The cucumbers, the pickle bush, the market moors have just never been terribly successful. They're over here trying. Carrots. You can see carrots are peeking out. The onions that I planted at the very beginning of the season, those are ready to come out. But yeah, there's a big bell pepper there. The cucumber plant has been just producing like crazy. Half my refrigerator at this point is just full of pickles that are probably of questionable quality. But yeah, definitely happy there. My first batch of corn, I've pulled several ears off. Ate a couple. One I'm keeping for seed. Two of the plants I just pulled out of the ground and threw those in the compost bin. You can tell the Rutgers has got some giant tomatoes on it. There's one there that kind of hit the ground that probably got spoiled, but yeah, fair bit of success. I mean, I'm not terribly disappointed given this is my first year. Peanuts, I did end up getting 3 plants to sprout here in the dog bath container. I've seen a few little flowers start to emerge, so it's possible we'll actually get a small harvest of peanuts. And by small, I mean, like, if it fills my hand, I'll be impressed. But it is what it is. There's also some of the peanut plants that I planted over here, I think did sprout, although you really got to look through the pumpkins to see them because the pumpkins took over. So yeah, the pumpkins. You can see there's a couple of pumpkins down there, white pumpkins. My second batch of corn, a different variety. These are quite a bit taller. I don't know, you might be able to tell they're taller than I am. We did have some vine borers in the pumpkins that I cut out. I'm not sure that it was totally successful. Some of the plants seem to still be kind of in dying or death mode, but we're trying. We've got some little green pumpkins down there. I don't know if you can see it. There you go, green pumpkin. So those are the beginnings of, baby pumpkins there. And the plant continues to just spread. I mean, the pumpkins have already gone halfway down the yard, over the fence. Trying to keep them out of my neighbor's yard is kind of a challenge, although I've been told that they don't mind that much. I guess they're probably gonna have to get a pumpkin out of this. Meanwhile, like I said, the pumpkins are spreading down the yard, and kind of starting to take over the space where the watermelons are. I'm hoping these watermelons will be able to come out soon, and then I don't have to worry about them getting crushed by the pumpkin. Watermelons aren't going to be crushing the pumpkins. The pumpkins are going to be crushing the watermelons. But there's that. The strawberry plants haven't been throwing up too many berries, probably getting hot, but they've definitely been taking over the box. So the plants have been spreading, and that's good. And then meanwhile, since we're talking about things that are no longer here, the sunflowers, they have been harvested. I cut off the heads. I sprayed off the little floret pieces on the heads. And then the seeds are basically in buckets in the garage, drying out right now. So there's that. I've been doing a little work on the deck. Put in a new joist and spliced some new piers in there. And then just beyond the air conditioner, we've got several more plants. We've got basil plants, a couple of more Roma tomato plants over there. I'm not going to walk over there for you, but they've been a secondary source of good vegetables over there. So anyways, we're still getting harvests here, although definitely the character of our harvest has changed. The zucchini is no more. The watermelon will be soon. Strawberries they're doing some housekeeping right now. And here in a few weeks, I will probably throw more spinach seeds out. I will probably throw more bean and pea seeds out so that those can start growing for the fall growing season. And definitely need to be harvesting those tomatoes and peppers while I can. So anyways, thank you for staying with me and indulging in my little rambling about the circle of life. Bye.